What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? We are super excited today to get with you guys in the Sports Lounge. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're here every night, 7 o'clock. If you don't, um, just like, share, comment. We'd love the interaction. We'll get back to your comments and stuff like that. But let me start with our sponsors real quick. We have Campbell Graphics, who does all of our graphics. They see on our polos. You see on Dupree's polo down below. We're going to get Jerald a polo. I'm going to introduce him in a minute. But we're going to get all these polos. You want to get your hats done, whatever you need, go to Cali Bell Graphics and tell them that the Sports Lounge sent you. Next, number one sports fan. Hey, guys, it's football season. You know what time it is. So when it's football season, you go get all your memorabilia at Number One Sports Fan. They have a spot in Tulare, Visalia, and also in Hanford. When you go in there, make sure you get the best team, the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what you want to go get. You want to go get the Philadelphia Eagles when you go in there, and then let them know the Sports Lounge sent you. Last but not least, it's Black and Pea Living Water for your hydration, to stay hydrated. You got Black and Pea Living Water, www.blackandpea.com. When you enter in the Sports Lounge as your promo code, you'll get 35% off. Yeah, they say you're chronically more dehydrated in the wintertime than you are in the summertime. We don't drink enough water. So you need to get your water all year round, and you're going to want to go get it with Black and Pea Living Water. But now I'm going to switch it over to my other co-host, Mr. Mark. He's going to introduce our guest tonight, and hopefully this individual hops on at least once a month with us talking football throughout the season. We're super excited for him to be on, but take it away, Mark.
Yeah, so Jerald, we have Mr. Jerald Campbell IV. He is the current head coach at Lemoore High School. Hey, Jerald, welcome onto the show. Appreciate having you on here, brother.
Hey, I thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for having me on here and giving me the opportunity.
Hey, so we're going to hop right into this show, and I'm just going to ask you real quick, give us a little brief synopsis of your coaching career.
Coaching career, so I literally just started not that long ago. I was actually graduated from Lemoore High in 2016, went on to Azusa Pacific and played football there for 4 years, and that led us into, 2020, that whole crazy scenario. So then ended up coming back home to Lemoore, got my teaching job there, ended up being able to coach. I was coaching football, basketball, and track at the time, and then I was the DB coach at Lemoore High for 4 years, 4 years, and now going into my 5th year there. Our head coach actually ended up taking the head coaching job at SJM, and the Lemoore High, the athletic director, the administration, they all believed in me, gave me the opportunity to lead, and so that's where I'm at right now. So 5 years in, 26 years old, from Long Beach, so dad's military, and that's why we end up out in Lemoore, but I'm excited, and again, thank you guys so much for letting me come on the show.
That's quite a setup. Over there. You guys are ranked 2 or 3 in your first year.
I have no idea. I haven't looked at no rankings. I just been.
I do. I know. I'm the statistician guy of this show.
You can bring all those out, man. I have no idea.
That's 4 in one time.
I'm gonna say no. You actually, Lemoore is ranked number 2 in Division II. So you actually, so in the preseason rankings, you got CVC, Lemoore, and then Union.
Union's gonna be Union's stacked, bro. Union is stacked.
You all day.
Hey, I'm saying this, and
Girl not saying nothing. He's like, I don't want none of that.
Yeah, no. But to go from, how does it feel to know that they've entrusted you, considering just 2 years ago they were 12-2, they finished 5-0 in one league, and then last year they were 10-4. So you're talking about 22-6, made playoffs both years and won league 1 year.
Yeah, no, like I said, I appreciate them and for believing in me. Honestly, it's never just been about who's at the top. We all preach, and it's all about every coach, all about every player, and that's the same standard we bring in. Even though I got the quote unquote head coaching title above my head, for me, it's all about everybody do their job, do what's needed to be successful, and keep the standard, keep working towards it each day, and making sure that everybody holds each other accountable. So for me, it's just, like I said, just doing our job, doing what we need to do, and not letting any day go to waste, getting 1% better each day, and continue to move forward.
No, I like that answer right there. All that matters is 1% better. Be better than yesterday. You're always your outcome, not only on the football field but off the field.
Is there a couple of kids that stand out to you this season that we should be on the lookout for?
As far as my team goes,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, we got an athlete, TJ Alverson. He'll be going both. He's actually one of our only players that are going both ways this year. I also have my 2 D1 defensive linemen. I got my nose guard, Bear Man, and then my defensive end, Dorian Davis. Like I said, I could be a little biased, but I think we definitely have one of the top defensive lines in the whole entire valley. You guys should be on the lookout for them, most definitely. And then, like I said, TJ's a really good athlete, and we actually have a freshman running back who's going to make some noise. He's out of St. Joe's, so he was in the St. Joe's area for all through middle school, and then his dad actually ended up getting a job out in Lemoore, so he ended up transferring over to us. So as a true freshman, he'll definitely make an impact for us. So he's one to be on the lookout for as well. But like I said, Bear Man, Dorian Davis, and TJ Alverson should, lead the helm for us this season.
And Mark, when do they play Union?
Got them week 5, or technically week 6, because we got a bye right after Clovis East.
You're going to need a bye after Clovis East. You're going to need a bye against Clovis East. I'll say that right now. I don't care.
You don't need the bye.
We'll be all right, man. We're gonna study the film. We're gonna do what we got to do.
I'm just gonna say you might ask, say, hey, can we go ahead and get 2 bye weeks, because Clovis East is literally one of the top schools, not only in the valley but in the state.
No, for sure. I respect that. You know what I mean? But for us, we put on our draws the same way anybody else puts on their draws. So we go out there, prepare, give the kids the plan to execute, and see where the chips fall. So that's kind of my mentality, my mindset. I don't care about the name. We could play the Patriots tomorrow if we had to, and we'll scheme them up, see what we got, throw all our punches at them, and let's see what happens.
What's the date on that, Mark?
I'm pulling it up right now as we speak.
I couldn't tell you that. I just know first game's 23rd, and then we play in week 6 because that'll be our entering league. We play them first game of the league.
I can say, just please say that you guys didn't schedule homecoming against Union.
Homecoming, yeah.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, we had to. It was either that or Clovis East.
Oh, peace. That's just wrong. Everyone knows you scheduled the easiest game in the schedule.
We ain't got no. You just told me earlier that WYL is the hardest league in the valley.
You all should have had. I'm just gonna say this. You all should have had homecoming August 23rd. Just have homecoming against Wenatchee. Straight up, get it done with. Just get it done. Hey, let's ride. I'm just saying.
We start school tomorrow.
Hey, let it ride. Hey,
that's funny.
No, they.
What is it? What date is it?
October 4th.
The reason why October 4th is because I'm in Vegas, and that's a game that I probably want to go down there.
Come on, man. Come on through. I'll make sure you let me know you get through. I'll get you that VIP access on the sideline. Yes, sir. We'll be.
It's in Lemoore, but you ain't going, bro, because I'm flying out to Vegas that day.
Oh, that's right.
Uh-oh. We got conflicts now.
That's the boys trip, bro.
Yeah, that's so.
That's the retreat.
Try to make your way out for the milk can. That's when we play Hanford High. We play Hanford High. The last game of the
November
season.
1st. November 1st.
Who else do they play? Do they play CVC?
No, they gotta wait till playoffs.
Yeah,
they gotta wait till playoffs.
See,
they don't play. They don't play Western. Play Union.
Yeah, they do. October 25th. They play. Western is league now, so they have Clovis East. So they're big games. So from September 13th, they got Sanger. Then they got Clovis East. They got a bye week. Then you got Union, Mission Oak, Dinuba, Western, and then Hanford. That's just wrong.
Like the Western game.
We're gonna. And then you got, is that Lemoore game against Hanford High? Is that
That's a home game. That's our senior
game.
That's rivalry game.
Is Western
is that
Lemoore too?
What day is that? October what?
No, that's November 1st.
November 1st. I could probably make that one. And you said VIP passes?
Yeah, man. Hey, just give me a 2-week notice and I'll make something happen for you, my guy.
Yeah, we'll get some content, man. We'll post the content.
Hey, come on. I'm all about the exposure for the kids, man. It's all about the kids.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll say this, October 25th, if it works out accordingly. Of course, you guys are playing against T-Dub. And I'm telling you this right now. I'm going to give a little information. You got a freshman quarterback that's coming out for Western. No one's giving him the recognition. Watch him. Watch film because the kid can play.
Oh.
And that's my team.
I love
Hey,
it.
you see, but it's the same concept. You got that freshman running back. Guess what? Western's got that freshman wide quarterback. So Western can develop. I will give Western recognition because they have always been able to develop a very good quarterback. They had Elijah Burrell, then you had Carmine Fisher, now you got Juju Hernandez. So they've struggled elsewhere, but when it comes to the QB, no. So watch the
Jerald.
film on him because you're going to see.
Jerald, I'm from Western too. I'm from the West Side. I'm from Western as well. You got nothing to worry about, brother. I don't know what he talking about.
Hey,
Let's just
Hey,
let's
like
just carry
I
it.
said, I give
let's
everybody
keep it
respect. I'm always gonna.
I got the hat on, bro. I
No,
got
I
the
feel
hat
like
on.
I'm that type of person.
Listen,
though. I
I'm a
gotta-
realist.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm that
You got
type of
nothing to worry
person. I'm
about.
gonna watch the film. We're gonna watch the film as a staff. We're gonna see what we got to do to be successful, and we're gonna come out and play everybody like it's our Super Bowl.
There you go. I love it.
yeah, no, I'm definitely, it's either going to be Western or Hanford. I'll be at one of them. That's for sure. But let's get on to question number 2, man. So you mentioned the New England Patriots. So we're going to take the assumption that the Patriots are your team.
1,000%.
I'm sorry,
Pops
man.
Is from, Pops is from Rhode Island, so he grew up in the East Coast. Ended up becoming a Patriots fan. And he just passed the torch down to me.
Okay, I'll give you that one. So I can't say you're a bandwagoner or nothing like that.
That's what they all love to say.
That's what mostly. So I'll say, I'll pass the respect where respect is due. I mean, a lot of people look at me and say, no one can say I'm a bandwagon fan because I'm a dang Tennessee Vol fan. I care about college football over anything, but NFL, of course, I'm a Packers fan myself. But it wasn't even about the Packers. It's about, to be honest, I just root for Tennessee players. I don't care. I mean, I'll rock any jersey if they went to Tennessee. I don't care what the team, unless it was the Niners. I will never rock a Niners jersey. That's the one thing.
I don't like the Niners either. I don't like the Niners. It's the fan base for me.
It's the
They've been on
fan
the quest
base.
for 6 for a while.
I mean, it's the same thing with the Cowboys. I'm like, nope. I mean, because right now, a buddy of mine, Josh Dobbs just signed as the backup quarterback. He's like, yo, you going to get a Dobbs jersey? I said, I'll rock a Tennessee Dobbs jersey. A dang sure ain't rocking no Niner jerszy. I was like, nope. I said, I wouldn't even use it for toilet paper. I might get an infection or something.
Not for toilet paper.
But
You're a little extreme, bro. You're going.
but hey, so I'm gonna ask this. So obviously, being a Patriots fan, you have a new situation going on. We had the conversation before the show started. Unfortunately, you guys think Tom Brady is the GOAT. We all know it's Peyton Manning, but you got a QB situation going on right now in New England. I mean, you got Jacoby Brissett, you got Drake May, and you also got Tennessee alum Joe Milton.
Milton looks good, bro.
I'm just saying.
But
Did
Jacoby
New England-
good too, though.
Jacoby's good. Jacoby's the veteran, but do you think New England wasted the number 3 pick on taking Drake May?
I personally think so. I think they should have went Marvin, and then after you go with after you take Marvin, or you trade out of that 3rd and trade back a little bit and go ahead and get, you could have probably got Malik Neighbors if you wanted to with another 1st-round pick on top of it,
Right.
especially with Jacoby Brissett. He's been, like I said, if you're not going to get a superstar in the making that is like that from the beginning, you got quarterbacks that are proven that can manage games and, take your team and just win football games. And for me, I don't think one player is not going to win it all. So I personally think, we took a high risk with Drake May, but like I said, if it pans out, it pans out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's why I'm a high school coach and I'm not an NFL scout.
I'm gonna say I'll say this: the last guy that came out of North Carolina, I don't know what happened to him. Oh wait, who was that? That was Mitch Trubisky, and he was a flop too.
Please don't give us that energy.
I'm just speaking. I'm speaking the facts right there. North Carolina needs to stick to basketball. I'll say that. North Carolina, just stick to basketball, guys. You can't
Yep.
play football, flat out. But so obviously, so you think you guys should have done something different with that pick. But what do you think about Jerald Mayo as the new head coach? Just so you know, another Tennessee alumnus.
I think it was good. I mean, I personally wasn't a critic to Bill Belichick. I think some of the front office decisions he made were pretty bad. He always worked his magic. So I'm never gonna say that, oh, he's the reason for this, the reason for that. For me though, Jerald Mayo, he was a part of the dynasty. He knows what it takes to win. Hiring from the in-house, making sure the culture's still there. Change a little bit of stuff, that the old stuff that Bill Belichick had. But other than that, I think it's a good hire. You know what I mean? I feel like the players respect him because that's what it's all about. You got to gain the respect and trust from your players, especially since they're all adults. It's kind of harder to gain that. But once you get that, I think once they buy in, fine-tune some things, I think he'll be all right. I think he got the right, coaches around him, and he's definitely going to have the support and things like that. So, and that's kind of the way the NFL has been going. They've been hiring young, and they've been taking leaps with it. So I think hopefully we get that D'Amico Ryan-ish type of deal out of Jerald Mayo, and having the players buy in and flying around.
Well, I'm going to say Jerald Mayo, he is a defensive-minded coach, obviously being a defensive player. And so seeing them play, I was watching their preseason game this last weekend. I'm impressed with the defense. We have a little group message that we all have, and I'm like, yo, did you all see that? I'm like, that's some defense. Their struggle is going to be on the offensive side. And it's going to be because of there's no wide receivers there.
No, yeah, for sure. I think that's always been our biggest. That's been our biggest thing, And even when Tom Brady was there, we finally gave him a receiver in Randy Moss, and he throws for 50+ touchdowns and goes berserk with Randy Moss. So, but like I said, I think I like the young talent that we got out there. I like the players that are out there, being able to compete. And for me, I think we just got to solidify that offensive line, be able to run the ball. That way the play action opens up, and there's people that are running wide open. I don't like the Niners at all, but Kyle Shanahan does a good job of scheming and making sure the players are 5-10 yards open. So, I can step back there and throw the ball to them, you know what I mean? So I think that's kind of the emphasis, and I like that we actually got an offensive coordinator, and we're not rocking with Matt Patricia or somebody that has zero knowledge of the offensive side of the ball. Like, that's not what you do. So I think you know how that goes.
Oh, yeah. So for me, don't get us started on the whole Niners with Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy, because that's the check down king. That's all he is. Everyone tries to make it seem like he's a superstar, and the dude, you nailed it dead on the head. I got a blown out right shoulder, and I guarantee it, I can do what Brock Purdy did, because all he does is throw it 5 yards.
Well, we'll see what happens this year, knowing that they're going through that little dilemma with I think Brandon Ayuk is pretty much out of there. He's going to end up with the Steelers. It's looking like more and more every day. So it's going to be a little interesting and see what happens with that. Obviously, we've seen last year what happened with the 49ers when one of them is missing, what Brock Purdy does. Just one of them has to be missing. It has to either be McCaffrey also has, I think, a calf injury right now. But you got McCaffrey, you got Debo, and then you got Ayuk. And Kittle. One of them is missing. That's not the same team. So it revolves around all of them, actually. So it'd be kind of interesting to see what they do with that team once he's gone, and how they scheme it. But Brock Purdy is obviously not going to be the same Brock Purdy as last year. People got more film. People understand how the 49ers play. So that's going to be really interesting as well to watch. But I don't even have them. I have them making the playoffs, but I don't have them at the top. But going back to the Patriots, do you feel that you're in good enough hands to make it back into postseason, into the playoffs?
Personally, this year, I don't think so. I think the AFC is stacked. Teams got a lot better, especially the ones that made the playoffs last year. But like I said, I never count them out. It's football. It's any given Sunday. Whoever wants to come out and compete and execute. But like I said, on paper, I don't see us being a top 7 team in the AFC. I see us competing. I see us, having close games, but trying to just learn and get over those humps. I think that's where we'll be at. But like I said, I wouldn't be the type of person to not bet for the Patriots, knowing that, hey, if they beat them, their season's over, because I know we're going to come out and compete, especially under Gerard Mayo. So that's just something where it's like, hey, if we could score some points, we rarely give up points, and that's kind of been our MA or our MO for a long time. So being able to play defense, and like I said, last year, there were so many games where the team scored 14 points and we're still losing. And I'm like, you're holding teams to 14 points in the NFL and you lose ball games, like, you're never going to win, So putting up 21 or something this year, we can win some football games. But long story short, I don't think we'll make the playoffs. I think we'll be in the right direction, get another high draft pick, and, start piecing it together for the next 3 to 5 years and making noise again.
All right.
Cool.
So we're going to go into this last question that we have, but we're going to start with the Patriots. So I'm going to call out the teams, the schedule. I'm going to have you predict the Patriots record, being a fan of the Patriots, being loyal as you are, but also being realist.
21-0.
Let's get realist. That was quick.
Okay, and then from there, Jerald, we're going to go into and having you pick the division winners. So first off, let's start with the Patriots. So week 1, you got Cincinnati on the road.
I'll give it to Cincy.
Okay. Seattle at home.
I like us against Seattle.
Okay. The Jets on the road.
Depends. I don't think we've lost to the Jets in so long. I'm taking us. We ain't lost to them in forever.
You with Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers?
Well, that's the thing. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers might tear his Achilles running out the tunnel again. I don't know. I'm taking us.
True.
I'm taking us.
All right. The Niners at home or at San Francisco.
I'm going to that game, so we got to win it.
You go into that game.
So we got to win it.
All right, so you're taking them no matter what on that one.
I'm taking it. I'm spending
All right,
my money.
I like
We
that.
better win it.
I like that answer. Miami at home.
We'll split them. Nah, we ain't winning at home. We'll lose
Okay.
that one because that seems too much of a fantasy right now.
All right, Houston at home.
They got some over there.
That's a
Houston's
good
got
one.
an offense over there. I'll give it to Houston. Houston got it.
Okay. Jacksonville at home.
Nah, we got that.
Okay. The Jets at home.
I'm telling we got that.
Okay. Tennessee on the road.
Give us that too.
Okay. Chicago Bears on
Give
the
us
road.
that one.
The Rams at home.
Man, we might actually make the play. Give us that one too.
Okay.
No Aaron Donald no more.
I like the confidence.
All right. Miami on the road.
We ain't taking that.
You're not?
Nah, I'm not taking that one.
Okay. The Colts at home.
Should have beat them last year. Mac Jones sold us. Who they got? Richardson coming back and starting?
Yep. He's starting.
Yeah, let me take that one too. I don't like rookie quarterbacks against us. I'll
Okay.
take New England.
All right. Arizona on the road.
That's easy. Come on now.
Man, we
Give 'em
taking that too.
Okay. Buffalo on the road.
Man, they not that good either. We'll split that one. We won't beat them on the road.
All right. Chargers at home.
They're trash. Give us against LA too. They're horrible. They got no defense.
Okay. Buffalo at home.
Buffalo at home. Josh Allen, Keenan Coleman. They got no Diggs no more. They got Cook though. I'll give it to Buffalo.
Okay, so you just predicted the New England Patriots are going 11-6.
11-6. I could see that.
11-6.
If we play
Playoffs,
based off
bro.
paper, if we play the way we're supposed to play.
Okay, but hold on a second. We got 11-6, but let's be real. You picked the game against the Niners because you're going to the game. So
Right. So that's 10-7.
We'll say 10-7. Let's be realists on this. We'll say 10-7.
Right.
I can see a 10-7 record. That unfortunately, I still don't think that's a playoff team.
Not in the AFC. No way.
No,
Not in the
AFC is too
You're not
stacked.
you're not making that 10-7 in the AFC. You won't make it.
Yeah, no, it's too stacked.
There'll
I
be
mean,
the last team in will probably have 5 losses.
no,
have
because
5.
there's always going to be that one stupid team that has a losing record and makes playoffs.
Oh yeah, based off divisions, yeah. If you go division based, yeah.
I
Probably.
seriously, they need to
That AFC
ban that
South.
crap.
It's that AFC South. The Colts, Titans, Jacksonville,
Nah,
and Houston.
no, that's going to be a winning. That division winner is going to be a winner. They're going to have a winning
I'm
record.
saying the last couple of years, I feel like that's been kind of the weakest division that we've had in football until as of recent.
Yeah.
And then before Stephon Diggs left, I thought the AFC East was going to be that. Like the Jets are good, Miami's good, and then Buffalo was really good, and it was like New England was at the bottom of the totem pole. I'm like, when the heck that happened?
All right, so let's go division. We're going to go ahead and go now to the complete predictions for playoffs.
Okay.
So AFC, we're going to save the AFC East for last. So we're going to start in the NFC. We're going to go NFC West. Who do you got?
I got the Niners.
Okay. NFC South.
NFC South, I'm going Houston.
No, NFC South. NFC, you got
South. That's
so you got Saints, Bucks, Falcons, Panthers.
Oh, that one's trash.
Exactly. That's the one that's going to be a loser.
Yeah, I don't know. Tampa, New Orleans. I'll take Tampa again. We'll go with Tampa.
Okay.
Baker got him there last year, so he might be able to do it again.
All right. NFC North: Bears, Vikings, Packers, Lions.
Ooh. I'll take the Packers.
Okay.
I think the Packers will do it again. Not do it again, but I think they got that confidence from last year. Jordan Love done got a bag, so he's gonna want to come out and prove himself.
All right. NFC East.
Don't disappoint me,
Dallas,
bro.
Philly, New York.
Don't disappoint me.
That's gonna be Philly.
Okay.
Let's go. You damn right. That wasn't even hard for you to say. That wasn't hard for you to say. Come on.
All right. AFC West. Who do you got? Denver, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers.
Patty.
You're gonna take Patty. All right.
It goes through him. All
right. AFC South. Jacksonville, Houston. AFC North.
I'm going Baltimore
tough.
again, man. Derrick Henry in the backfield with Lemoore. That read option is going to be deadly. So I'll go Baltimore.
Our run team is
all
good.
right.
Years.
All right. Last but not least, AFC East.
AFC East, realistically, is going to be between the Jets and the Dolphins, and I think the Dolphins will end up pulling it out somehow. So I'll go Dolphins winning that division.
All right. Who do you think ends up with best record between the AFC and NFC? Who ends up with number 1 seed?
Number 1 seed in the NFC. Well, I would have to look at schedules, but off the top of my head, based off of papers, I still think the Niners are going to end up doing it. If they're healthy and they do what they're supposed to do.
See, I liked you until now.
It'll be the Niners, I think.
See, I liked you until
I think it'll be the Niners. And then AFC, man, they've been doing it year in and year out. They can't finish the job, but they've been a really good regular season team, man. I think Baltimore will end up with the best record again. I think they loaded that defense back up. I think they got Eddie Jackson at free safety now. I think he came in. So I mean, the defense is going to be there. You got one of the best running backs in the league with a good quarterback. I don't think they'll win it.
Derrick Henry's a senior citizen now in the league.
Oh, he's still going. In that offense,
he takes care of his body. He'll be
I think he's still going to be like that.
Yeah,
my cousin Adrian, my cousin Adrian actually seen him live because they practiced together. My cousin plays for the Frisco Fighters, and they all practice in the same facility during the off season. And Derrick Henry comes down to that facility, and he's saying Derrick Henry looked like a young buck. Like
and last time I read up on it, I think it's like $1 million or $2 million he spends on his body every year.
1.4.
Yeah, see. So if you're doing that, man, you just especially in that offense now.
That's a problem with all those Bama players. They keep on shooting those steroids, spending all that money.
Nah, it's peptides, bro.
So we'll see.
But hey, so that's what we got. So that's pretty interesting. Who do you got overall? Who do you think is going to win the championship, Super Bowl?
Man, I'm a Patriots fan, so you already know what the motto is. If you don't dethrone them, I'm gonna keep picking them until you do. So I got to go with Kansas City. You got to beat them. You got to
All right.
beat them. Once you beat
We'll
them,
beat them in the rematch. We'll beat them in the
There you
rematch.
there you go. I hope.
All right.
who
Hey,
you got?
Dupree.
I got one more question. I have one more question.
What's up?
Or you had something for Dupree?
No, go for it. Go for it, Mikey.
Dark horses. Who's going to surprise you on the AFC? Who's the AFC dark horse that's going to surprise you this year? And who's your dark horse on the NFC side? Who's going to surprise us this year?
Good question.
Ooh, that's a really good one. I didn't even think about them. Man, I think AFC, it might be New England because I've been seeing predictions that say we're going to win 2 or 3 games. I'm like, that's kind of disrespectful, you know? I mean, it's still a professional organization. Like, you got to win a couple more than that. You know what I mean? Win at least 6 or 7. So I'll take New England out the AFC. I think nobody has any, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I feel like the majority don't have no expectations for them. It's all bust, rebuild year again. So I'll go New England on the AFC side, and then NFC side. Probably one of those, I can't pinpoint a team, but maybe one of those NFC South teams, because I think when we look at it on paper and everybody's looking, it's like, unless you're a fan, you're like, oh, yeah, they're trash. Like, what do they even have? But I think the Bucs, they still got Mike Evans, still got Chris Godwin. Baker Mayfield got paid. So, and they made the playoffs last year, I think. I'm pretty sure they made it.
Yeah, they did.
They're playing the Niners and lost. So, I think the Bucs can be a dark horse too. I would like to see what the Lions do again. I don't know if that was just a fluke year or not, but we come out and we see. I love football, man. It's just you never know, and I think this is another year where we just don't know. Nobody want to see the Chiefs win it again. Will they? Who knows? They went and got
Heck no.
one of the fastest receivers in the world. So
yeah, that's the crazy part. The crazy part is we seen him in their worst season, right? They can't get no worse than they were last year, right?
Exactly.
So they just get better from here on out, and they got the 3 fastest player, one of the 3 fastest player trios in all of football. That's kind of nuts. But back to the dark horse, I kind of want to see what the Bears do that now that they're fully stacked.
Okay.
They got rid of Justin Fields, right? But then they also got Swift. They got
Keenan Allen.
They got Keenan Allen. Yeah, they got all.
Who?
Yeah, they got all these picks, right? They got all these guys. I mean, Caleb Williams just has to not mess up. He just has to do all the right things and just not cost him the game because he's pretty much set up just like Brock Purdy was. And so that's going to be an interesting. But AFC, I actually got the Raiders, man. I think the Raiders are going to shock some people.
They might win a couple games. I don't see them. I think that AP hype is there. He's a good coach, but I don't know. I don't even who's coming out week 1. Gardner Minshew.
Yeah,
Hey,
I guarantee you by trade.
That's all you got to just run Uncle Rico, baby. Uncle Rico
Adams
all the way.
By trade deadline. I can't even speak. Trade deadline. Devontae Adams is gone. He's gonna lose his mind over there. He's gonna request a trade, demand a trade. I think he'll be out of there. And if it sucks to say, he might be in a Jets uniform, and we're gonna have to see him. So that'd be terrible. But hey, I don't think
I'll lose all respect. I will lose all respect for Devontae Adams.
I don't know if he's going to the Jets, but I know he's ready to go the way he's been acting.
Yeah,
I will lose all respect for Devontae Adams if he goes to the Jets. Be like, nope.
That is a landing spot for him, though. That's a landing.
Well, of course, because of Aaron Rodgers, just like David Bakhtiari, that's a landing spot for freaking him once again. It's literally all that it is. It is the New York Packers. Aaron Rodgers there. It is the New York Packers. That's all that it is. I mean, let's be honest. And it's like,
they got a defense,
don't get me wrong.
Man.
I will say this: being a Packers fan, and for me, Green Bay's problem
is that you barking? Dupree, was that you barking right now?
No, I didn't do that.
it's my dog in the background. That man Kobe, he's trying to get up in here.
But Dupree does that sporadically, like all of a sudden. I thought it was him.
But no, Green Bay. So yeah, Jordan Love, he just got a bag. He got paid. I'm sorry. I'm still not. Was I glad that they drafted him? I thought he was a good option. Did they draft him too high? There was no reason when they drafted him for them to trade up to take him when they could have got him in the 2nd round. That was one of the things like, oh, we got to get him. It's like, nope. You got a guy that you're going to pay. And they went and paid a guy off of 1 season. I mean, come on now. Seriously? He better hope, because he ain't got no wide receivers. Christian Watson, he had one good year. All of a sudden, look what happened last year. He couldn't stay healthy. Then this year, it went to somebody else last year. I mean, it's who was it? Jaden Reed, I think is who it was. That was their big receiver out of Michigan State. But it's the O-line is not ever healthy. They need to seriously fire the strength and conditioning coach is what they need to do, because nobody can freaking stay healthy in Green Bay ever, especially the wide receiver core.
But here's the key, though. But here's the key, though. They blew the brakes off of in the playoffs of the Dallas Cowboys, who haven't lost a game at home, and it was off of Dak Prescott's best year, right? They went in there and they beat them with nobody, right? So they could just get better. And I think Jordan Love was the last quarterback that was a development quarterback, other than what just happened recently in the draft pick with Penix behind Kirk Cousins. So
that's the stupidest pick ever in NFL history.
Who knows? We'll see.
I know
because they're not developing quarterbacks anymore. So I mean, for me, I have mixed feelings on that. But as far as the Packers go, he was the last quarterback that was in that development phase, and I think he's just going to be just all right. I think he is. And I agree with Jerald. I think they are going to win division, and they're going to make some noise in the NFC. Don't count them out. But we'll see what they got. We got them week 1 over there in Brazil. So
it's not in Brazil anymore.
Oh, it's in Philly now?
Yeah, they got moved.
Yeah, because the two green
teams. They were afraid because it represents gangs over there. I'm like, just wear a whiteout uniform. I'm like, wear whiteout uniforms then. Wear whiteouts and blackouts. Who cares?
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
What do you want to do?
I mean, Dupree, I'm going to ask you, who do you got? Division winners.
Well, I would want my Chargers to get there.
But let's be realistic here.
They're not going to get there.
We're not trying to
the Chargers couldn't even make it. The Chargers can't even make it to the playoffs in the IFL, let alone the NFL.
This is a restart year for us all together. This is a whole restart year.
That's been every year.
Well, this is a really good restart year this time.
All right, so who do you got?
AFC
East.
AFC East. Probably. Run the teams back to me again.
Dolphins, Jets, Patriots, Bills.
Dolphins.
Okay. AFC North, Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Steelers.
I take Steelers in that one.
All right. AFC South, Jaguars, Titans, Texans, Colts.
Texans, but the dark horse would probably be the Titans. They
okay.
Got something going over there.
AFC West, Chargers.
I want to do my Chargers, but I know it probably won't. So probably the Raiders will probably come up with something.
All right. NFC East, Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders.
That's Eagles in that one. Cowboys.
You're damn right it is. Say it with your chest.
Cowboys are going to flop again. They flopped every year.
Yep.
So they're going to flop again.
NFC North, Bears, Vikings, Packers, Lions.
Packers, I think, because Jordan got that bag, so he better prove himself with that bag. But I still see the Lions maybe trying to pull something out again.
All right, NFC South. Saints, Bucks, Falcons, Panthers.
Probably the Saints.
All right. Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals, Niners in the West.
Probably the Rams. I give
Dang. All right. Mikey, who do you got? Go through it quick. NFC West.
Give them to me.
Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals, Niners.
Man, that's a tough one, man.
You're on the spot. Good. We're in the 2-minute drill.
Good. All right, okay. For the sake of last year, I'm just gonna go with the Niners.
All right, NFC South. NFC South.
Who you got? What do we got?
New Orleans, Tampa, Atlanta, Carolina.
New Orleans.
All right, NFC North. You already said Packers.
Packers.
Earlier.
Yeah, Packers.
We already know. Okay. AFC West.
What we got?
The crappy teams, the ones that everybody always hates. Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers.
Chiefs.
AFC South, Jags, Titans, Texans, Colts.
Texans easy. It's easy.
All right. AFC North. Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Steelers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. The Ravens, actually, their defense has improved. With we forgot to talk about Wiggins. Wiggins is doing really well, even though he got an injury.
Over there.
We forgot to mention him too.
All right, AFC East.
What do we got? That's with the Dolphins, right?
Dolphins, Jets, Patriots, Bills.
I'm gonna go with Jets this year. I'm gonna go with Jets.
Ugh.
If Aaron doesn't get injured walking out.
If Aaron stays healthy.
All right, who do you got Super Bowl?
Rematch, man. I got the Eagles versus the Chiefs, man.
All right, I forgot to ask you.
Eagles versus Ravens. I think you know what? I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I'm gonna go Ravens Eagles.
All right, Dupree. I forgot to ask you. Who do you got Super Bowl?
I kind of wanted to be a storybook thing, so I would say Raiders in Kansas City, because Kansas City won it here, and they won it on their field. They had their worst season on that. So.
No, so Kansas City. So that's your AFC. Who do you got for NFC?
For NFC, it'd probably be the Ravens.
No, that's AFC. NFC. So you had chose the Eagles, Packers, Bucks, and Niners. Those are your division winners.
Yeah, it'd probably be the Eagles again.
All right.
Yeah, I'm right.
I think it'd definitely be the Eagles again. I'd be surprised if the Packers do it.
Well, here, I'm going to fly through it, so I'm going to say this. I'm actually going to go with the Dolphins, the Browns. I'm going with Cleveland.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I'm going to take the Colts winning the AFC South. I'm going to go with the Raiders, the Eagles, the Lions, the Bucks.
Over your own Packers. That's crazy.
I'm realist. I'm a realist. And then, of course, the Niners. And in the Super Bowl, actually, I think it's going to end up being, honestly, I think you're going to see the Dolphins going to the Super Bowl.
This dude is madness.
I could see that.
I'm gonna say it like how they say it in Australia.
I'm just saying they're going to win it.
That is mental.
I think it's seriously. I think it's going to end up being. I'm going to say Philadelphia, and I'm going to say Miami, and it's going to be Philly winning the Super Bowl. Do I want that? No.
Of course not. You don't want it,
but
say it with your chest.
But yeah, no. Let's say it with disgrace.
Yeah. Because I don't want Kansas City. I hope the Raiders beat them in the division.
Yeah, anybody but Kansas City. That's all I got to say. Anybody but KC. I'm so tired of hearing about Taylor Swift.
Oh, if
you want to talk football, let's talk about football. I don't want to hear about Taylor Swift.
She's going to be the halftime show. You know she is.
God.
She's going to be the halftime show this year.
Yeah.
Hey. Because of all his work, but this year it's Taylor. We know it.
Yeah. Well, that's all we got for tonight, guys. So, Jerald, appreciate you hopping on here. I know we ran a little bit longer than normal, having a little fun. You know, football season's here, so we like to talk a little crap. But no, good luck this season. We will definitely be out there catching a game.
Definitely.
But yeah, hope everyone has a blessed week. Be safe, and just remember, don't forget, August 31st, Tennessee Volunteers start college football. So, but yeah, catch you all later.